water! Bang! Watch out! No, 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 no! You okay? I'm working on it! Thought I lost you there! Can't get rid of me that easy! Time for Genki to work his magic!
Diving back into the web, uncovering the action in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 introduction. Hey there, Spidey fans. Welcome back to Bit Battalion Channel, the go-to spot for all things gaming with a dash of comic book magic. If you're dropping by for the first time, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to keep up with all our latest game reviews. Today, we're diving headfirst into the web-swinging world of Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Jumping into this much-anticipated sequel felt like swinging through a New York that's familiar, yet filled with new surprises. The challenge was real. How do you take the awesomeness of the first game and crank it up a notch? Well, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 nails it, holding on to the cool stuff from before while tossing in some new thrills. This time around, we're stepping into the shoes of not one, but two Spider-Men, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, doubling the fun and the action. As we zip through a New York that's brimming with life and sharp details, the stakes feel higher than ever. Facing off against Kraven the Hunter brings a whole new level of chaos to the streets, kind of giving off those wild Joker vibes from the Arkham Knight series. Kraven's out there causing mayhem for the thrill of it, like busting out other baddies just for kicks. It's the kind of villain move that stirs up trouble in a way that's exciting and keeps you guessing, crafting a story that's going to stick with us for a long time. So buckle up as we dive deep into the story, check out the killer game mechanics, and swing through the chaos that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 throws our way. Hit that like button if you're digging the Spidey action as much as we are, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us keep bringing the heat with fresh game reviews and comic insights. Until our next gaming deep dive, stay epic and game on. Storyline. In Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the narrative picks up the lingering threads from its predecessors, diving deeper into the lives and responsibilities of Peter Parker and Miles Morales as New York City's web-slinging protectors. The story is propelled into high gear with the arrival of Kraven, who brings his great hunt to the city, unleashing new and old threats alike. The game takes a gripping turn as Kraven's actions escalate, pushing him to target the Spider-Men after taking down some of their old foes. His band of hunters orchestrates kidnapping scenarios to round up villains and heroes to serve Kraven's bloodlust, which adds a layer of urgency to the unfolding narrative. The much-anticipated entry of Venom and the symbiote holds a significant part of the storyline. Peter acquires symbiote powers, which injects a fresh excitement into the gameplay and narrative, eventually leading to a wild sequence when Venom himself arrives in the scene. This development dramatically amplifies the game's appeal in its third act. The story further explores the struggle between Peter and the symbiote power, a narrative element familiar to Spider-Man fans, yet well rendered in this game, providing a fresh take on a classic Spider-Man dilemma amidst the larger plot. The game meticulously balances the personal lives of both Spider-Men. Peter is navigating through Aunt May's estate, aiding Mary Jane in her journalistic career and grappling with other personal tribulations, while Miles is juggling college admission, essays, his affection for Haley, and coming to terms with his father's death, among other issues. The story weaves these personal narratives with the overarching threat from Kraven and the symbiote, delivering a narrative rich in character-driven moments and escalating conflict. The tale of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is a captivating mix of personal struggles, superhero responsibilities, and burgeoning threats, which are beautifully intertwined to offer an engaging narrative that keeps players hooked from start to finish. Gameplay and combat. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 has swung in with a bang, delivering a web of combat and gameplay intricacies that are nothing short of spellbinding. Right off the bat, the finesse in swapping between Peter Parker and Miles Morales is like waving a magical wand. It's swift, seamless, and showcases the raw power of PlayStation 5. Now, let's talk about the tantalizing twist of having two Spider-Men. It's not just a narrative allure, but a gameplay revolution. The arrival of the symbiote, our old alien foe known as Venom, injects a new venomous vigor into the gameplay. The symbiote, empowered Peter alongside Miles, brings a myriad of new abilities to the table that are smooth as silk. The enhanced web swinging, gliding through the skyline, and navigating wind tunnels are just a few gameplay elements that feel like a gust of fresh air. Now onto the combat. It's a blend of old and new. While the core combat mechanics retain their charm, they can border on the monotonous. However, the diverse enemy roster keeps the adrenaline pumping. The real game changer is the unique powers our duo brings to the fray. Peter's mechanical spider arms and symbiote prowess, juxtaposed with Miles' electrifying moves and invisibility cloak, not only enrich the gameplay experience, but add a layer of strategy in tackling the villainous ensemble. The ability to easily switch between these two characters on the fly, each flaunting distinctive powers, is nothing short of a gameplay marvel. So whether it's the perfected combat, the symbiote enhanced narrative, or the seamless character swapping, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is a web-slinging masterpiece that has set a new gold standard in the superhero gaming realm. Shortcomings. The story of Marvel Spider-Man 2 has been largely appreciated, but like any game, it has its share of criticisms. Some of the flaws and shortcomings pointed out by critics and gamers revolve around the game's open world design rather than the story itself. Players get inundated early on with numerous points of interest and mini-games, which have been significantly expanded from the previous installment. These include science games involving gene splicing, molecule decoding, and bee drone activities. While these diversions might add to the gameplay hours, they veer away from the core narrative and could be seen as filler content rather than meaningful story progression. Another issue highlighted is the lack of villains outside the main storyline, which was a concern in the earlier entries as well. Overly simplistic boss fights and repetitive side content also surfaced as drawbacks. These aspects could potentially detract from the immersive story experience, as they might feel like a diversion from the main narrative. Verdict. Diving back into the web with Marvel Spider-Man 2 is nothing short of a legendary ride through the gritty streets and high-flying skyline of New York City. The narrative intricacies of Peter Parker and Miles Morales' journey, intertwined with the menacing shenanigans of Kraven and the Dark Symbiote saga, have crafted a story that hits hard. The gameplay is a powerhouse of fluid combat mechanics that let you feel every punch, swing, and aerial glide, embodying the true essence of our beloved web slingers. Now, every game has its share of hiccups. The open world may stray into monotonous territory with its myriad of side activities. While they add a chunk of gameplay hours, they sometimes feel like a detour rather than a deep dive into the Spidey universe. A lack of villain variety outside the main quest and simplistic boss showdowns could have used a bit more of that Spidey ingenuity. Despite these snags, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 web slings its way to greatness, delivering a gaming experience that resonates deep within the Spider-Man lore. The blend of an emotional narrative, bone-crunching combat, and the palpable tension of heroism makes this title a behemoth in the superhero gaming arena. Here at the Bit Battalion channel, we're slinging a solid 9 out of 10 at Marvel's Spider-Man 2. It's not just a game, it's a sprawling narrative adventure that every Spider fan should swing into. As we roll the credits on this review, remember to smash that like button, share your Spidey thoughts in the comments below, and keep those gaming senses tingling. Until our next review, stay epic and game on.